now present our commencement speaker, an alumnus of East Stroudsburg University of 1978, Mr. Noah A. Samara. Noah?
President Dillman, distinguished faculty, graduates, members of the Council of Trustees, platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The graduates gathered here today actually remind me of a story of the kid who came home from his first day at school. His mother, elated to see him, asks, "What did you learn today, my love?" And the crestfallen boy says, "Not enough, Mommy. I've got to go back again tomorrow." I do not have to remind anyone here how many tomorrows these graduates have had to conquer to be here today. Their persistence has paid off. Congratulations to all of you. Today is your ultimate tomorrow. I'm happy for you and actually very proud of your achievements. This is a special day for you and a very special day for me as well. I am grateful beyond words that you have honored me with the invitation to address this commencement ceremony. 27 years ago, I was sitting where you are sitting right now as a graduate of East Stroudsburg University. I remember it very, very well. I was relieved all of my hard work had actually paid off. I was looking forward to celebrations with family and friends. I was imagining the future. But most of all, as I sat with anticipation on graduation day, one burning question dominated my thoughts. It's probably the same question foremost on your minds now. Namely, when am I going to stop speaking? The answer, my esteemed graduates, is 14 minutes. Thank you. And I think you'll applaud even more 13 minutes and 30 seconds from now because you're very well-mannered. And besides, this is going to be a very good speech. So you'll be doing plenty of clapping today. A lot of people will speak to you from this podium, and you'll applaud virtually all of them. But priorities here are amiss. The people who really deserve your appreciation are not the ones standing in front of you, but the people sitting next to you and sitting behind you. Your professors who shared their knowledge and demanded your best work, your siblings, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends who've cheered you in good times and supported you through the tough ones, but most of all, your parents who brought you into life, who nurtured you with dedication, with caring, who taught you the lessons of character and discipline and sustained you with their love. As CEO of an international company, I'm actually accustomed to telling people what to do. So right now, I am telling all of you graduates, yes, every single one of you, to stand up, turn around, clap, whistle, holler, scream all you want, but let's give the biggest, loudest, longest ovation of the day for the people who deserve it the most, your families, your friends, your teachers. I do remember my final hours at East Stroudsburg University, but interestingly enough, my memories are even clearer of my first months here at ESU. I was raised in Africa. I went to school in the UK, and as a young man, I had seen a lot of the world. But I had never seen anything like autumn in my freshman year here at the Poconos, as the land itself became vibrant with shades of crimson, orange, and gold. I did not imagine the transformation, and no one had actually warned me what to expect and what would happen. I thought something magical was taking place. A spectacular event was unfolding under a weather that was absolutely mild, absolutely beautiful. The view seemed to even have God in a trance as nature put out this fabulous dance. In my first months as a freshman, I was reading Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. On many an afternoon, I'd walk into this stunningly beautiful and colorful woods around the campus, literally, honestly, actually expecting to encounter elves and hobbits and the kinds of wizardry that Tolkien described. Of course, I was going about it in the wrong way. Mind you, I said in the wrong way, not in the wrong place, because this is as good a place as anywhere to search for the miracles that Tolkien described, be it New Zealand, Newfoundland, or Tolkien's own England. The problem was that I was looking in the wrong direction. As we seek miracles and magic, and they are alive and they are everywhere, strength and inspiration, the search must start within. All our possibilities, and those possibilities are absolutely infinite, are wrought first in our minds. Please take this thought to heart, for it is the most important thing that I will share with you today. It is the most important thing that I could ever share with anyone. It is the most important thing that I believe anyone could share with anyone. Your minds can realize enormous possibilities. I'm here to implore you to embrace your highest aspirations, to pursue your greatest dreams. Some would counsel otherwise. Some would tell you dreams are phantoms and that they are betrayers. The book of Ecclesiastes is one, a wise book for the most part, asserts, "Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow, and followeth after the wind." To them, and even to the writer of the scripture, I would reply that reality is a phantom. And I would find substantial support for my view in the science of quantum physics, which studies the most minute particles of the atom. In our experience, the physical world is actually very hard, unyielding, constant, but our conscious experience is actually superficial. The scientists who study quantum mechanics have discovered just the opposite is actually true. Matter, on its most basic level, is permeable and in constant flux. Physicists have found even the most fundamental component that makes up the universe, the nucleus of the atom itself, moves in and out of existence. Now you see them, now they're gone. That, my friends, is what matter, as you know it, is made of. Matter is a phantom. Your dreams are what truly matter. Because here's the amazing thing. These same researchers in quantum physics have repeatedly found that human thought is actually able to alter physical reality. The old saying, mind over matter, it's true. Your minds have the power to influence subatomic particles to reach into chaos, to liberate form out of chaos. In other words, you have the power, the absolute singular power, to forge your own reality upon the very anvil of your minds. You have and have always had and will always have all of what you need, everything that you need to fulfill every bit of your aspirations. The author John Updike, Rabbit Run, I'm sure you've had to read something or other by John Updike, said it beautifully. He said, dreams do come true. Without that possibility, nature would not incite us to have them. And in Africa, we have a saying. We say, if you want your dreams to come true, just don't sleep. Nothing you aspire for is beyond your reach, so long as you are willing to give it your last ounce of faith. I stand before you as living proof that dreams, however fantastic, do come true. After I graduated from ESU in 1977, I studied at UCLA, Georgetown. Then I became an attorney specializing in the laws that govern international communications satellite. In the mid-'80s, I read something that changed my life. It was an article, a simple article, in the Washington Post about AIDS in Africa and how it was spreading because millions of people had no information, or for the most part, the wrong information. It became clear to me that people weren't simply dying of disease, they were literally dying of ignorance. Something had to be done. I came up with this idea of launching a satellite initially over Africa that would broadcast digital radio across the continent to inexpensive portable receivers. The critical transition occurred when this idea became a vision, and I actually became its servant. And let me tell you, I became such a loyal servant that my vision truly became more real than myself. I was willing not to go to sleep. In 1990, I quit my job, devoted my body, my mind, my spirit to a quest that required securing international regulatory approval from 127 countries, designing a new communication system, building and launching satellites, establishing a corporation, hiring staff, raising capital to pay for it all. We needed a mere $1.5 billion to actually accomplish all of this. People told me, and these are very good friends or family, that the project was too big for me to handle, that I was unqualified to manage it, that it would be impossible to raise the money, and in short, that I was out of my mind. What they did not know was that I was actually buried in a mind that believed it could manifest anything it sees. That's the only thing I really believed in. There was nothing more nor nothing less. To all outward appearances, I had taken on a delusional, outlandish, impossible task. Yet when these doubts sowed by well-meaning people entered my being, they found a self that was surrendered to an awesome vision. I lost track of self, ego, time, identity. In my darkest hours, the only thing that was real was my vision of creating world space. Without realizing it, I was following the guidance of that great practitioner of quantum mechanics, Mahatma Gandhi, who said, we have to become the change we want to see in the world. We have to become also, by coextension, the change we want to see in ourselves. Essence precedes existence. The world space system of satellite radio lived first in my mind, then in the minds of a small band of people who truly believed such a phenomenon would be possible. We made our reality, and the world eventually caught up. In short, we succeeded. We got the frequency allocation, we designed the system, constructed, launched 2 satellites, hired the people, formed a company, and along the way, we even founded an innovative company that does business here in the United States, and I think you may have heard of it. It's called XM Satellite Radio. Today, that company is worth $13 billion. So my message to the graduates gathered here today is simple. What I did was simply to manifest my thoughts into reality. Anyone, but anyone, can do the same. Here is the catch, though, and there is a catch. If you want a great dream to come true, start with a great dream. Give yourself to its realization, and as night follows day, you will see it take shape before your naked eyes. I've asked around to find out what's on the mind of ESU graduates. The answer in a word is jobs. You'll now be entering the real world where the economy remains shaky and you're understandably very anxious. I've got great news for you. You will all get jobs. And why shouldn't you? You're smart, you're skillful, you're industrious. A lot of people will want to hire you. But I hope you'll want more than just a job. Our world is fractured by inequality and injustice, wounded by hatred and ignorance, longing for beauty and eloquence. We need your great dreams of innovation and artistry, your passion for justice and abundance, your dedication to heal those who suffer sickness and sorrow, your patience to teach a world of people who want to learn. And we need your ingenuity to add to the world's storehouse of wealth. Take my word for it. Global wealth comes in handy when you're looking for a spare billion. But you are here today because you have proven you have the capacity and the diligence to use your intelligence. Your minds have brought you here. In truth, they can take you absolutely anywhere. Your possibilities are absolutely endless. Every one of us has a destiny that is infinitely more richer than we know. The stuff that greatness is made of. The stuff that dreams are made of. Greatness itself is not impaired by impediments, however real or imagined. Look at Moses. He had a lisp and a speech impairment, and he led his people. Greatness is not impaired by impediments, and it is most certainly not an objective set of qualities reserved for those who actually achieve greatness, for those who ultimately become great. It is impossible, absolutely impossible. Whatever you imagine God to be, it is impossible for God to create anything less than what is truly great. Greatness is simply a choice we make to accept what is innately reserved for us, or to impair it with misplaced belief that says it is not so. I implore you to choose greatness and to use it to get to bold and worthy destinations. Congratulations, graduates. Go out and make your own reality. And thank you. Thank you for inviting me.